Hey everybody, welcome back to SkyLounge, and this is Peruise. Scaring the shit out of the puppies right now. Episode number 37? Are we on 30? Puppies, are we on 37? Got the puppies in the car here with me. You're gonna hear them right now. You're not really gonna necessarily see them because my young little boy, he's a wee bit scared, and my little girl, she's running all over the place right now. And she's just going to the window, taking a gander at what's going on, and my little boy's just terrified. So we are starting the day early today and heading back to the west side of town from this slob of the east side. And the puppies are having a good time in the car because they're very sheltered little pups. But we don't really take them out as much as we should. So mornings like this, once in a while, because we feel kind of bad, we figured, take the pups out, take them out in the morning, like a mini walk in a sense, going for a drive. They love it. They love everything about it. And yeah, I mean, if you guys notice, I post a lot of videos of my puppies, and they're not puppies, they're dogs. I mean, they're not, puppies imply the idea that the dogs are younger, but they're old dogs, but I still call them puppies. They're still my little babies. But I post a lot of dog videos because, fuck you. Post whatever the fuck I want, as long as it follows YouTube's restricted guidelines. But yeah, it's been a pretty decent amount of okay days right now. Chilling at home, taking care of stuff. This 2,000-piece puzzle that I started on April 3rd, and then I neglected to touch after like 2 days of fucking with it. My mom. Shout out to my mom who has been helping me out with that shit. Like, we're just about done with that, and because of that, table's about to be free of real estate. Free real estate on the table. Yeah, because we have 2 tables in the kitchen right now, and the better one is fully being devoted to the puzzle. So it's a lot of bullshit because of the puzzle. So I just want to get that shit done and over with. But it's taking a while. It's taking quite a bit longer than I expected. So there's that little aspect. And yeah, always driving from the east to the west side is a hassle. Because you got jackasses everywhere thinking they own the fucking streets. They just want to go left and right, willy-nilly. No fucking signals. And, everybody else suffers because of it. Everyone else gets annoyed because of that shit, right? So, there you have it, folks. My little explanations as to why I just hate people. I do. There's part of me that thinks right now that maybe I'm just kind of chilled out right now because of the not eating for a full day at this point. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I've taken to fasting for fun, I guess. I haven't eaten for roughly 35 hours. 35 hours right now. So it's a bit of a curious. It is a bit of a curious experiment I'm partaking here, but I don't know. Sometimes I just don't eat. Shit happens, right? So, got the puppies in the back, hanging in the back here. Oh, puppies. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, they're all scared. They're all scared, and my camera's scared when I can't get focused like that. But there he is. No, can't. Nope. Because I have to physically take off the camera, which I don't want to do at this point. But trust me, the puppies are there. And hi. Oh. You know, the one thing I'm kind of realizing more and more is I really don't go out. I have to emphasize this to everybody. I don't go out. I usually stay home. I think the most outing I did throughout the last year probably was just going to a Vegas Golden Knights game. And even then, that wasn't really an outing. It felt more of a, I don't really want to say obligation because of the connotation that brings, but it was one of those things where you just have to go because you paid a lot of fucking money for it. So, with that said, you know, Vegas Golden Knights games are fun, but I'm also very relatively antisocial. So I'd like to think, if I can, I just like to stay at home. But the live games are great because it's a very different environment, very different vibe. And you hear my little puppy just panting back there. But man, it's always a good time just watching hockey. But yeah, going out it becomes kind of a chore, and yeah, I don't really go out often, but there will be occasions where I do. And this weekend, I think it's a perfect impetus to do so. And I'm hoping I'm using that word correctly, and I'm gonna look it up, obviously, boys and girls, because I don't want to be that pretentious cunt that uses fancy words and not know what the fuck it means. But generally speaking, I feel like I'm using that in the right context, that word impetus. But yeah, once in a while you do have to go out. You do have to, you know, mingle and socialize, and then, you know, 2 to 5 minutes in, you'll realize, I just want to go home. I don't think that's social anxiety. It's more just along the lines of just social lethargy. Like, I've been through all the social scenarios and shit. Like, I'm fucking tired. Like, I don't want to fucking put up a fake-ass smile. Or I know the recipient doesn't give a shit. Neither do I. So it's like, why am I gonna fucking put the effort? I'm just gonna be in my little corner, play some video poker, and be done with it. And that's kind of how my approach is nowadays. If it's just a casual setting, of course, if it's closer friends, yeah, I'm there. I'm attentive, all that shit. But very much along the lines of, you know what, man, we could just chill back. Home, that'd be swell. But sometimes you gotta go out, you gotta socialize, you gotta get shit done. To the misfortune of myself. This is nice. Saturdays are relatively nice because there's no traffic, there's no crazy ass traffic. I can just go from one place to the other. No problemo. You know, I'll never get over these billboards all around Las Vegas that promotes the Christian faith. Let's just say that. Lust destroys, Jesus saves. 83-for-truth. fortruth.com. I can't believe I kind of swerved like that. Apologize, folks. Apologize, puppies. I'm sorry. Kind of fucked up there. Oh, dear Lord. I feel like a shithead. But yeah, lust destroys, Jesus saves. I don't even want to get into the historical implications of that shit, but yeah, sure. Destruction is just one little aspect of human life, right? It is. Am I about to go off the crazy religious rant? Yes. Let me tell you one time, guys. Religion is great for individuals. When religion gets to a group setting, a collective, with some sort of central leader figure, that's when everything gets diluted and it just becomes the opposite of what religion is meant to do, to help, to meditate, to self-reflect, to really assess, not really assess, but really understand the process, the value of life and all this shit, right? Essentially, that's what religion is supposed to do, spiritual enlightenment. But you get within a group organization, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes a cesspool of human greed and the worst humanity has to offer. Lest we forget the Spanish Inquisition, lest we forget the Holocaust. All actions that were derived from religious motivations, one way or the other. And I know that's simplifying the argument, and I'm only using 2 examples, but you can't tell me some atheist dude would have fucking said, oh yeah, for the name of God, we're gonna do this. No, I don't think so. Not 100%, but just saying. But religion for me, it became something, and I've talked about this, I covered this a couple of times, but for me, religion is just ultimately a tool for self-improvement, for self-betterment for individuals. And, some people need it and some people don't. Because some people would rather figure out life without the limitations or the parameters set by a fictitious God. And again, I don't believe in a God. I don't. That the funny thing is, everyone who's an atheist still says, "Oh my God," which is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. It's like, that's a word. It's a word, right? When I say "oh my God," it's not the fact that I'm taking God as my own. It's a phrase, right? It's a phrase with words. So I always tell people, words are fucking meaningless, but you have to understand the meaning and context behind them. And oftentimes, and not oftentimes, most of the times, we live in this society where words are just spoken, and a lot of things are taken literally. And there's no room for assessment. There's no room for subtlety. There's no room for context. It's just all literal shit. So religion, to me, it just became something just grossly overbearing. And that's when in college I just figured I'm never doing this shit. I'm never gonna be a part of a religion. Willingly no. But if I started a cult, that would be a thing. Because as much as I shit on religion, if you want to get rich, if you really, truly want to get rich financially in this life, create a religion. Not joking. Not joking when I say that. It's tax-free. If you have a good enough fictitious story that's wrapped around in message bullshit, people are gonna follow you. They're gonna give you money and their virginity. It's like, dude, best of both worlds. Yes! Cult leaders win. I said religion, but we veered off into cults. That's essentially what a lot of religions are. Oh! I've been shitting on religion for like 5 minutes, and I just figured that was the diss to take it over the edge or over the cliff. All right. No, like there are moments like this. I'll shit on religion. I will, but I always throw that caveat of, you know what, man? People worship whatever they want to worship, and that's totally fine. The focus is completely fucked up here, but yeah, people will worship whatever they want to worship, and that's fine. That's totally fine with me. Just don't get in my fucking face, because I will throw facts back at you, right? And if you try to just be of that fucking stubborn mentality of like you're never gonna listen to reason, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to even fucking talk about it. Like a lot of religious people, they'll fucking talk, ramble on and on and on and on and on, and just quote scriptures and shit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I was a fucking diehard Christian boy back in the good old days. I've read the Bible before, alright? Skimmed. But, yeah, man, I don't fucking particularly care for people who just feel religion as kind of like a sports franchise. Like, oh, this is the best! Your religion sucks! Everybody else is wrong! I'm best! Like, no, dude. Like, it's a religion. Like, everything's just whatever. It's for self-improvement. It's not for showing off. You know, it never is. Never was. But again, when you put that in a collective, in a group setting, religion just becomes a whole fucking thing. And I've rambled on about religion for this entire fucking episode. So hey, there you go. Didn't even talk about sports, the shit I kind of want to talk about, but it's okay. We talked about religion. We talked about how shit it is sometimes, but hey, some people want to follow it, and that's okay. I'm not gonna shit on your parade, guys, because you can live your life however you want. Living the best life. Ain't got time to fuck with you, religion. Boom. That's a great fucking song. You're welcome, kids. So, we are just about here at the cave. Man cave. Well, dank cave. And so, I leave you off, signing off here at the S.C.Y Lounge. So follow me at the S.C.Y Lounge, and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Now fuck off.